are recording. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
I gave a weird hand signal for some reason. Yes, 3, 2, 1, thrown it to you in the studio. Hi, I'm Tim. And with me as always is...
Hi, I'm Bob.
And Bob. And
Took me a second.
And we are Precarious Pixels, as always. I don't know why I have to do that every time. I feel like so fake.
What if we were not?
We weren't Precarious Pixels?
What if we weren't Tim and Bob?
We were like two other people.
Yeah.
It could happen.
I want to be Roger.
Roger?
Because we were talking about Roger Moore.
We were talking about Roger Moore and the amazing movie Boat Trip that he was in.
Which you, for some reason, saw.
I don't remember if it was... I definitely didn't see it in the theater.
Was it a dare?
I think it was on TV.
Yeah, but, like, on TV implies that you had a remote control involved.
I might have been with roommates who wanted to watch that movie.
Nobody wanted to watch that movie. That's not an excuse.
There's definitely somebody I knew that had a big crush on the love interest in Boat Trip. Cuba Gooding's love interest.
Who's his love interest?
There's like a woman who's... I forget her name, but she was like the... cruise director or something like that, or the events director in that movie. She was also in, I remember she was in Rush Hour. She was in the first Rush Hour as the, like, agent or something like that. Or maybe she was in Rush Hour 2. Maybe it was Rush Hour 2?
Oh, yeah, definitely Rush Hour 2. It's Rosalind Sanchez.
And she was in Boat Trip?
She was in Rush Hour 2 and Boat Trip.
Alright, and that's who it was. She was like an FBI agent.
Did you also watch The Game Plan?
The Game Plan?
The Rock with her in it?
With what?
The Rock movie.
Well, that could be any number of movies.
No, the Disney Rock movie, The Game Plan. She was in that too.
I don't remember that movie.
Well, nobody remembers that movie.
Did you see that movie?
No, but I know it exists. That was actually, it appears to be the movie that set her off so she could soon star in Act of Valor.
Okay.
The movie that actually, I believe, used Navy SEALs and Royal Pains.
Oh, I remember. I watched Act of Valor in the theaters.
And one episode of Desperate Housewives. And something from 2018 called Traffic with a K.
Oh, not... Okay.
Yeah, no, not the one you're thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking...
The other Traffic.
Okay.
Don't get caught slipping. Also, Underclassmen with Nick Cannon, isn't it? Yeah.
Sure.
Also known as Ex-Mrs. Carey, I believe.
Ex-Mrs. Carey?
Yeah, wasn't he dating Mariah Carey?
Was he?
I think so.
She's in like some weird lawsuit right now.
With Nick Cannon? Because
with one of her assistants. Apparently, there's some abuse allegations and stuff like that. It's crazy. But then again, I don't know. I've heard like weird stories about Mariah Carey. So
yeah, she's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So speaking of pretty crazy,
they were married till 2016. So they were married for 8 years.
Wow. Now she's married to like some Australian billionaire or something like that.
It all comes back around.
That's right. I know that because I watch, what's the dude, the Australian comedian guy?
Jim Jeffries?
Jim Jeffries, thank you.
The best Australian comedian?
Yes, and he talks about, she hires him to do a live, like, I think I talked about this, like, one-on-one, like, session stand-up comedy for this billionaire guy, where apparently Leonardo DiCaprio, Al Pacino, and Warren Beatty are all there. It's crazy. But
they're all like, who's this crazy
you can watch that on Netflix. And you know what else you can watch on Netflix? Punisher Season 2. You love that segue?
I was just wondering how long your arm length was, your wingspan.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Because you were reaching.
I was. So I just finished up Punisher Season 2. Bob has not watched any of the Marvel Netflix shows because he hates them.
I do not
hates him. Hates the Punisher. He told me, like, he was like, if I ever see Garth Ennis, punched that guy in the face,
I
I
believe.
spit on Steve Dillon's grave because
Wow. Jeez.
I hate the Punisher that much.
That is
And all the concepts that came out of
kind of
it.
messed up.
Yes.
Punisher's my favorite superhero, but I was too busy watching something
Yes.
better.
Also on Netflix.
It's not. I was watching it on Hulu,
Oh, okay, on Hulu. All right.
which we won't talk about.
We won't get into your
My weird reality
your
addiction.
other Hell's Kitchen obsession
Yeah,
that doesn't involve Daredevil.
exactly.
Yeah.
Next time you see me, I'll know how to cook.
That's right. That would be amazing if you learned how to cook from that show.
I like that you won't even name it.
No.
From the show who must not be named.
No, it won't be named.
It's the next Harry Potter villain.
It is.
Fantastic Beasts and Where Not to Cook.
Gordon Ramsay.
He does kind of sound like a Fantastic Beasts character.
It could be.
It's Gordon Ramsay. He turns into a Snuffleupagus. He foresaw
Because he's
the
big
war.
and cuddly. He's big and cuddly.
Yeah, he's big and cuddly, and he's British.
And he's British.
I mean, he fits. He fits in Harry Potter lore.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I hope he's in the next one.
Ramsay door.
Yes. Ramsay door. Oh my goodness.
I'd watch it.
You would?
No.
Yeah, I bet you would.
I might. I don't know. That second one was rough.
The Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. I haven't seen it, so I can't really say. I probably will eventually watch it.
You know who would say it was rough?
What?
Sirius Black.
Sirius Black?
Yeah, but only in dog form.
Oh, really?
You would say it's rough.
Rough. So...
You were saying about the Punisher.
Yeah, I was talking about the Punisher. Bob does love the Punisher, by the way.
I do.
It's
He's
just
my favorite hero.
It's we have busy lives and can't watch everything because there's just too much of it.
And we get weird addictions to people
And there's
swearing at bad chefs.
That's right. There's other great shows out there you want to watch. So, I watched The Punisher season 2, finished it up. They've done an amazing job on it. It is probably hands down one of the most violent shows I've ever seen. John Barenthal does an amazing job as the Punisher. I think he adds a lot more depth than I really kind of even thought the character had. And really gives it, like, the supporting cast is amazing. Like, everything, just like the villains you actually care about. Like, they're not just like, mustache twirling villains. It's like they actually have reasons behind what they're doing. You almost sympathize with them. It's like amazingly well done. The action is over the top, and like I think this story was, if this is the last season, I think it went out on a great note. So we don't know if it's the last season at this point, but pretty much they've canceled every other show. I can't imagine that they're going to keep any other ones. Which, did they shoot another season of Jessica Jones? I don't know if they shot another season yet.
I don't know. Is that not canceled?
I'm pretty sure it's canceled, but I'm not sure now. Because I think that's, like, Daredevil I know is canceled now. And...
Definitely Luke Cage.
Definitely Luke Cage, definitely Iron Fist. Punisher I pretty much guarantee is canceled. I don't think they'll do another season of The Punisher. But it just seems a shame because, like, these characters worked really well in a more violent setting that is kind of like crime drama and that sort of thing. I just can't see them going over to a Disney app and them wanting that kind of stuff on there. Like, they're not going to have... Like, it's kind of like that weird thing where it's like, what's Deadpool going to do? Is Deadpool going to be available on the Disney app? Am I going to... what's it called? Disney Infinity or something like that?
And Beyond?
Yes, and Beyond. To Infinity and Beyond. Like, am I going to be able to see that on there?
No.
Yeah. They're not going to want that. They don't...
Unless they have, like, what if they have 2 tiers? So they have their family friendly and then they have their family friendly plus.
They're Miramax level.
Right. They're add on the Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. It's pretty much like that. I mean, I've heard they want to maybe keep the Fox stuff separate. Like, they're going to keep Like, they'll have their Disney section, but they'll actually have, like, a Fox. They're going to keep, like, the Fox, I don't know, 20th Century Fox stuff kind of separate. I have no idea what they're going to do with it, but I loved it. Go out and watch it as soon as you can, because who knows how long it's going to be on there. And then I also watched another little movie called Polar with Mads Mikkelsen, who plays a hitman who is retiring, and crazy stuff ensues. And it is another one that is like a crazy violent trip. It is super fun. It's got like Johnny Knoxville's in it. There's a couple of really funny comedians. I can't think of what their names are right now, but like Richard Dreyfuss shows up in this movie, which out of nowhere. Like, it's not even like they kind of, this is another guy. No, it's just like.
Do you think he was on the set of Red 2?
What is it?
Did you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was in Red 2.
He was in Red 2.
Quite randomly.
Yeah. Maybe he likes his crazy action movies. Because this was a crazy, colorful action movie.
I mean, one of his big ones was Stakeout.
Yeah.
Which was hilarious. Another Stakeout. Probably the better sequel.
Really?
Aside from Godfather 2.
Okay.
But, like, it's such improvement. I don't know if you've ever seen Stakeout or Another Stakeout.
I have, but so long ago that I don't even remember them anymore.
Another Stakeout is brilliant.
I'm sure it is. I just haven't seen it in a long time. It's with Rosie O'Donnell, right?
Rosie O'Donnell shows up in it, but it's Richard Dreyfuss, Emilio Estevez, and Rosie O'Donnell, and it is hilarious.
Right.
They go on this weird stakeout. They're trying to find a witness. I want to say she was a witness for the mob. It's been years.
Yeah.
But in her friend's house, I want to say it might be Dennis Farina.
Oh, really?
It's like one of the members of the house that they're sitting out, and Emilio Estevez ends up. He has to pretend to be Richard Dreyfuss and Rosie O'Donnell's son.
Oh,
it's hilarious.
And aren't they? But I thought that they're pretty close to the same age.
Rosie O'Donnell and Emilio Estevez?
Yeah.
She's the second wife.
Oh.
It's like she comes up with this whole backstory and they just don't want to be seen at all, but she like introduces them. It's very funny.
I bet.
Because she's like DA and they're actual cops.
Right, okay. And so it's like the older and younger partner kind of thing?
Yeah. Those two are great together, Richard Dreyfuss and Emilio Estevez. It's too bad both are pretty irrelevant in 2019.
I don't know, Richard Dreyfuss is doing okay. I think he's, like, enjoying retirement.
What's Emilio Estevez doing?
Mighty Ducks, the TV show.
Oh, that's true. I heard that was maybe happening.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll actually be on it. I would love it if he was, that they were like, yeah, of course Emilio Estevez, and that kid from Dawson's Creek.
No, he's busy.
No. What's he doing? A whole lot of nothing.
Fringe 2 Cruise Control?
No.
Has he done anything since Fringe?
I think he's done a couple things.
Oh, he was on that,
Mighty Ducks 3? Yes.
No, I feel like he was on, like, a show where... There's, like... Was he on that show, The Affair?
He could have been. I'm not sure.
It was, like, a Showtime show. I want to say it was, like... a thriller? I don't know.
I have no clue.
I could be way off.
Yeah. So that was...
Polar opposite of that, however.
Yes. So Polar, definitely worth watching. Check it out. Hopefully they'll make more if this one is successful. So, but a lot of fun. A really crazy over the top. If you expect like good over the top violence, like Bullet to the Head or Smoking Aces, or
Bullet to the Head.
Bullet to the Head.
I love that you referenced that movie. I was just talking about it.
With who?
We were talking about Aquaman and how like he just appeared one day, and I was like, no. He started with Game of Thrones, but he was also action star in Bullet to the Head, where he got in an axe fight with Stallone.
That's right.
I think it was a customer at work. Because that guy's not young.
Who?
Momoa?
Jason Momoa?
Yeah, I want to say he's like late 30s, early 40s.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
He's Canadian.
Is he?
Pretty sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
They're known for being hyper violent.
Yes, they are. Those Canadians are super violent.
They're crazy tattoos.
That's right. I think Aquaman passed the $1 billion mark.
Maybe.
And I think it's one of the top grossing DC movies of all time.
It's weird because the best movie he was in was Bullet to the Head.
Yes. And you figured that would have been his, shot?
That's such a good movie, though.
You really loved that movie.
I did enjoy it a lot. It's got Christian Slater in it.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah.
Axe fight. I don't know. What else can you say? There was an axe fight in a movie in 2013.
Yeah.
With Stallone.
Yeah, of course.
Holding an axe.
Of course.
In 2013.
I know.
Of course it did. A tenth of his age.
Yeah. It's kind of like what Tom Cruise does. He'll do crazy stuff he doesn't have to do. He loves it.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. Alright. So, besides that, there's been, some small news with the Birds of Prey movie. Just basically, they've only shown, camera tests of what the characters are looking like.
Oh, that's the movie.
No, yes. That's...
Jump cuts everywhere. It's Suicide Squad 2.
It's not Suicide Squad 2.
I know, it was a joke.
I know.
Because Suicide Squad 2 isn't even Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah, it's going to be...
calling it a reboot.
Yeah, whatever James Gunn wants to do, which I'm sure will be...
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is what he wants to do.
That's what he wants to do. But I don't even know if there is going to be a Guardians 3. I really hope there is, but who knows now.
I thought they had somebody on it.
I think that person has left. I forget who it was, but I remember, I've heard, this might have been the second or third person to leave. Because I'm betting that they were we kind of still want to keep James's script, because I'm sure it kind of fits in with what they're going to finish up with Avengers Endgame.
They just rehire him.
I don't know.
His tweets were 20 years ago.
I know.
Before, it was 400 years ago before the internet was real.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm sure he'll do great with whatever he's going to do with Suicide Squad. I'm kind of glad, because I think that he'll have more fun and less boundaries with that, because I think now DC's thing is they are no longer, things are in the same universe, but it's not they're not connecting things. You might not see another hero show up because of, they're in the same universe or whatever. Batman showed up in this, but, maybe he won't show up if they do another Superman movie.
Speaking of Batman.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Batman having a release date, but not a Batman?
Yes. Which is so ridiculous. It's got a director.
Yeah, it has Matt Reeves.
Yeah. Which I'm sure he'll do great with whatever he's going to get, but...
But why does it have a date and no Batman?
I have no clue. But
why?
I'm pretty sure Affleck is done.
Yeah, but who else are they going to... I know they're going younger. Matt Reeves' script is younger.
Right.
But why? Just
no clue.
Stick to your guns, man.
I don't know.
Go down with the ship.
Yeah. My
heart will go on and all that.
Yeah. There's been some stuff released about the Zack Snyder version of what the Justice League movies were going to be. It sounded so much better than what we actually got. There was a whole bunch of stuff that apparently was going to be so much different, and I actually kind of wish they had gone that way. Maybe it would have been better. But now it's that'll never happen. But it was basically going to be Justice League, kind of similar to how it was with Steppenwolf and all that stuff. But the whole thing with where Alfred is talking to somebody with green lights or whatever, it was going to be Green Lantern. They were going to just have Green Lantern show up. And then they were going to fight Steppenwolf. And then the boom tube was going to open up. And they were going to see Darkseid. And then apparently they realize something else is out there. They go to Apocalypse in the second movie. Get totally beaten by Darkseid. and then Darkseid goes to Earth and destroys everything, and then third movie is what the vision that Batman saw,
Flashpoint,
in the Batman v Superman thing, where it was like the parademons, and it's like he's in like a desert outfit and everything is just destroyed, and that was going to be the third movie, was the hero's last stand, to try to change things. So,
no, that'll never happen.
But now that'll never happen. So, yeah. But I think that their stand now is like, let's just do standalone movies. They're good movies. And I think that's going to work better for them. Because Aquaman stood on its own. I think it did great. Does any other heroes show up in Aquaman? From Justice League? There's no Batman, there's no Superman that shows up, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't think anybody.
Yeah. And honestly, I think Henry Cavill will come back as Superman if they just give him his own movie.
Yeah, but will they?
They might.
Because right now he doesn't have a date.
No, he does not.
And they have an actor that could play him.
Oh, who's that?
Henry Cavill.
No, I mean, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, but Batman doesn't even have a Batman and has a date, 2021.
I hope that they're going to make another Man of Steel movie. I think he deserves another chance.
What was the other one they gave a date to? Was it Joker?
I think so. And then there's there's 2 Joker movies, right?
Yeah.
Or like 10. I don't know.
There's
I don't know what's going
Joker and Harley, right? And then there's Joker, the what's his name? Whispering guy.
Joaquin Phoenix.
There you go.
Which I don't even know what that movie's going to be now. I have no idea what that's about.
You might as well just call it King of Comedy.
Yeah, I have no idea what this version of the Joker is.
How about they just remake it? Why don't they just... Maybe it's all a joke, and it is literally a remake of the King of Comedy.
The Kings of Comedy?
No, the King of Comedy. Not like the Bernie Mac, Cedric the Entertainer thing. The movie, The King of Comedy, the Scorsese film, with Robert De Niro and Jerry Lewis.
Oh, okay.
I would watch that.
All right.
Have you ever seen it?
I've seen parts of it. I've never watched the whole thing, though.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's Robert De Niro plays this guy, Melvin Plimpkin?
Yeah.
Pumpkin? Anyway, it's not Pumpkin.
It's not Pumpkin? You sure?
And he wants to be a talk show host, and he wants to get a job, and he abducts Jerry Lewis, who's essentially Johnny Carson at the time.
Right.
And he just makes him listen to his act. It ends up being a kidnapping. It's so funny, but it's really dark comedy.
Right.
Yeah, just make that instead of the Joker film.
Why not?
Maybe they did.
Maybe that's what it is. It could be, for all we know.
You know, the sad thing is, I'm going to be disappointed no matter what, because that won't happen, and now I kind of want it to.
You know what they say, be the change you want in the world.
I could just imagine it. If you can believe it, you can achieve it.
That's right. Why don't you just do it? Call De Niro.
I'll call him, I'll be like, hey, De Niro, can you play the Jerry Lewis part in this Joker film?
Yes.
And he'll say, what?
He'll say yes.
What Jerry Lewis part? It doesn't matter, Mr. De Niro. I got your number off your credit card from those commercials from 10 years ago. Yes. I bet he still sponsors a credit card, because they do the Tribeca Film Festival.
Yes, I'm sure they do.
That doesn't really have anything to do with anything.
I know. That's okay, though. So, yeah, another Joker movie.
You're good, you.
You.
You got a gift.
Analyze
do terrible
this.
Impressions.
But yeah, so there's that Joker movie, there's the Jared Leto, whatever that Joker movie is going to be, and
Rupert Pumpkin.
And then Harley and Joker.
Mm-hmm. And there's Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Which I'm just still...
I hope it's called Newicide Squad. Can we... patent pending.
Newicide Squad?
Newicide Squad. That's the reboot.
Yes. James Gunn called me and he said Newicide Squad will be the name of the new one.
I should tweet it at him.
It's like, Suicide Squad? More like Newicide Squad. Am I right, James Gunn?
I bet you he'd retweet it.
He would probably be like, that is ridiculous.
Does he even tweet anymore? Because that's kind of what got him fired from Guardians.
Yeah. I think he just completely blacked out from all social media. I have no clue. But
down right now, Newest Side Squad.
Newest Side Squad. Oh man.
I think we might be the first people that thought of that.
Sure. Yeah.
Hashtag
Who's in the Newest Side Squad?
It's going to be all the same people except new.
So who's playing Deadshot?
Deadshot, that would be, who would be like a poor man's Will Smith? I'm going to go with it. We're on a Cuba Gooding theme. Cuba Gooding.
Cuba Gooding Jr. is going to play
Poor man's Will Smith, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he'd bring something new to it if he did it.
Fine. Jaden Smith.
He's the poor man's Will Smith. Jaden Smith, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? He's even semi-talented. Let's change it up a bit. Deadshot is a woman now. It's Willow Smith.
Willow Smith isn't bad. She's got talent.
She ever acted?
Yes.
When?
How
do you know this? How do you... People, he's seen a Willow Smith movie.
Now I can't think of what it is.
The whip your hair back and forth music video?
Yes, that. No, but there's actually, I think she's been in a couple movies.
Fine, we're back to Jaden Smith, because I feel like he's a psychopath.
He could be.
Have you read any of this?
Oh, I have. It's entertaining. I hope he keeps releasing stuff, because, man. And he wears his white bat suit. I love it. It's great.
So who else do we need to cast?
No, I think we'll have Jaden...
Diablo played by Clifton Collins?
No, we'll have Jaden Smith play all the parts.
Oh my god, I would watch that movie so quick. Jaden Smith as Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Enchantress.
Hi, Mr. J.
What's he gonna do? How's he gonna record for New Yokio?
New Yokio?
Isn't that the name of that show? That he does an anime. Apparently he voices on an anime.
I had no idea.
Yokio. I don't know. Look it up. Google it. Jaden Smith, psychopath in IMDb. Wow. Reese Witherspoon, Jaden Smith.
Yep.
Yeah. They're all gonna knock on my door. That is the Reese Witherspoon as Harley Quinn.
I'd actually watch it.
Just like,
you know what I just saw recently? Speaking of psychos, do you ever see the movie Fear?
Yeah.
With Marky Mark? Yes. That's right. You pound on your chest. Bruise yourself. There's so many... Like, that movie... It's so 90s and so Seattle. It's so weird to watch that movie.
Starring the Gil Grissom.
Wait.
I forgot his real name. But he was the guy who was on CSI.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He played Gil Grissom.
He did. Oh, man.
It was a crazy movie.
Yeah. He cut off a dog's head in that movie.
Yeah, well, he's a psychopath.
He is.
You should fear him.
Fear. Marky Mark. And there's so many weird make-out scenes and sex scenes in that movie. The weirdest thing has to be Marky Mark is, like, eating Reese Witherspoon's face. Like, it's... I don't know if he knew how to kiss normally back then. He obviously didn't. It's like, you just look up a clip right now. Go Fear, Marky Mark kissing Reese Witherspoon, and it is just basically him eating her face. It is ridiculous. And I'm just like, this... I don't want to see this. I don't want to see him eat Reese Witherspoon's face. It's kind of gross.
It doesn't give you good vibrations?
It does not. I don't feel it.
Oh, Marky Mark. You'll never live it down. But you were in the best Transformers.
No! What?
An impression?
No!
I forgot the dad's name, like the last name, because he keeps calling him Mr. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's a crazy movie. If you haven't watched Fear, and you're over 17, you should watch Fear. And then you should just watch Cape Fear. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. That's on Netflix right now. Just look up Cape Fear.
Starring the Juliette Lewis.
Really? Not Robert De Niro. Not the person who was nominated.
Not Nick Nolte.
Yeah, not people that were nominated for Oscars in that movie.
The Juliette Lewis. Known for her abilities to act as a mentally challenged woman and almost never anything else.
Don't knock her. She's great.
She's like, she and Giovanni Ribisi were like, they spent half the 90s playing mentally challenged characters.
Did they?
Yeah. They were like Simple Jack. Look it up. They actually played in a movie together where they were in a relationship.
Yeah, I do remember that.
As mentally challenged people.
Yes, I do remember that.
I forget the name of it. I want to say it was called Oscar Bait, but nobody cared. That was the full title.
I want to say it was something, The Other Sister, or something along those lines.
So you're 2 for 2 on knowing movies you shouldn't know.
Was it The Other Sister or something?
I guess.
I have no clue.
I'm going to guess you know it already.
Well, I know she was in Whip It, which I like that movie. It's a good movie.
Juliette Lewis?
Yeah.
You mean the Juliette Lewis?
Yes.
Get it right.
She plays it's a roller derby movie with Juno.
She could also be in Suicide Squad.
She could be. She could play Katana.
You can't whitewash Katana.
That's true.
Don't be racist.
That's right.
It's a poor man's whatever.
She could play Killer Croc. She could play Killer Croc. We could make it a woman this time.
There you go. It would also be whitewashing now, because I want to say that guy was African American.
Well, he is African American.
So you're whitewashing the green character.
But yeah, so there's
Maggie Q, by the way, as Katana.
Okay. Is that the actual what?
That's not who played her. But
okay.
That's, like, we're just recasting Suicide Squad, so.
Okay. So to get back onto what we were actually, Birds of Prey. They gave a little teaser, just basically what the characters are in there, and they show Ewan McGregor, which I was really surprised. I was like, oh, Ewan McGregor, where's your black mask, which you're supposed to be wearing?
At all times.
Yeah, carved from the I believe it was carved from the coffin of his father, his dead father.
Sure. How do you know that?
I forget, but I remember that. Like, I remember I had the issue where that mask gets burned onto his face. Like, that's what happened. I do remember that. Like, he was in a fire. Batman gets him out of the fire, but somehow his face, like the actual like mask, gets like burned to his face. Kind of crazy. But I remember it was good. Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
I just wanted to make sure I wrote down our cast list for Suicide Squad so I can tweet it out later.
I think it's good. But yeah, so Birds of Prey. They show The Huntress. They show Orphan, which I think is kind of. I still don't like that name for her. She was the new Batgirl for a while, Cassandra Cain. I think they had her. What was the name they gave her in Batman Incorporated? They called her
Black.
No, it was Black Bat, which I kind of like that. I was like, oh, Black Bat, that's a good name. And I don't know why they changed it to Orphan, but sure. So I think she's going to play Orphan. They show Black Canary. I'm trying to think of the other characters. The Huntress they show. They show Renee Montoya. Like, they show a lot of, like, and I forget the guy's name, but who plays Mr. Zaz. They show Mr. Zaz. I'm guessing an early version of him, because he doesn't have, like, scars everywhere. Although maybe he does, it just doesn't, like, he doesn't have his shirt off or anything. So, yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what, like, how it's going to go. So, there was that little tease, and then this week...
This was a big week.
This was a big week. Some stuff came out. Oh my god.
I'm thinking Paul Hogan is Boomerang for Suicide Squad, by the way.
Suicide Squad? Paul Hogan? Really?
This is a boomerang.
Is that supposed to be an Australian voice?
Yeah, man.
It's perfect.
It's
dead on.
Perpetually ill Bob with his Paul Hogan impression.
Sure.
Because this cold is never going away.
Ever?
No, it's there. What other characters are even in Suicide Squad? We got Lizard.
Expendable ones.
Lizard.
Killer Croc.
Lizard.
He's not a lizard. The lizard's in Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. They're the same.
No.
Oh, yeah. One has a lab coat. You're right.
And purple pants.
Yeah, so the only one I guess I'm missing is Slipknot.
Who just gets blown up. He gets his head blown up.
Yeah, immediately.
And I think that actually happened in the original Suicide Squad. I think Slipknot did. No, maybe not. I think he got his arm blown off. Yeah, that was the thing that they changed for this one. They put the bombs in their head. I think they actually, in the original one, they had wrist bombs. They weren't bombs implanted in their heads or anything. So, I wonder if what's her name's going to come back as Amanda Waller.
That's true. Amanda Waller needs to be recast as well.
Yeah.
Was it... Who played her in this one?
I can't remember her name. She's in a ton of stuff. Really great actress. How to Get Away with Murder.
Viola Davis?
Viola Davis.
I wanted to say it was her, but then I was like, I feel like I remember Angela Bassett playing Amanda Waller, but I feel like...
She did in the Green Lantern movie.
Okay.
The Ryan Reynolds one.
With the giant head.
With the giant head.
Okay, so anyway, the other things that came out this past week...
Yes.
We kind of got away from over-the-top violence, but don't worry, we're back. Resident Evil 2.
Yes.
Came out, and it is a remake, and not a remaster.
Yes.
And that's the difference. So Capcom does remakes and they do remasters.
Right.
And they did. This is their first. This is ground up remake, like starting from fresh. They have like their story,
mm-hmm.
and they have. That's it. Because this whole thing is built, remodeled. All of the cutscenes are new. All of the gunplay and action is from Resident Evil 5.
Oh, really? Wow.
So they've updated all of that. It feels good. The combat feels solid. The only thing is, they have to rebalance it to do that. So now, like in Resident Evil 5, you shoot a zombie in the head and it's like a maximum of 2 bullets.
Okay.
But now it's like 4 or 5 and they go down. And then they might not even be dead. And
wow.
That's not even the biggest thing. The biggest thing is that they brought back scares. Because when you played this game 20 years ago,
yeah,
whatever, nothing is more iconic in gaming, I would say, in terms of horror, than the first time you play Resident Evil 1,
mm-hmm.
and you're walking down a hallway and a dog jumps through the window out of nowhere.
Right.
Right, and it's terrifying the first time you experience it. And this has those. It has that back. It's got your Mr. X, or Nemesis.
Oh, okay.
The big monsters are back, the lickers, things crawling around on the ceiling.
Right.
I don't know if you ever played RE2.
I do remember a little bits of it, yeah.
But Zambambo's everywhere.
Okay.
It is, and everything about it feels good. They even found a way to make you constantly, it's not just the fact that the bullets aren't super strong, but the fact that it takes ammo and item management, it's still there. Mm-hmm. It's still tense.
It's not like how they change it later where things are a lot easier to kill and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not that.
Yeah.
It is not an action game. It is a horror game with action in it. But you are constantly dreading what's around the next corner. There's times when I've just been walking through a room and suddenly zombies around the corner that I didn't even know there was a corner there, and it's attacking me.
Nice.
Or something busts through a wall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there are crazy events happening in this game.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's how it really should be.
It should be terrifying. And I'm hoping that they take this direction, but I also kind of want them to continue what Resident Evil 7 did, the first-person thing. So I would be thrilled if they remade, and there are rumors that say they're going to remake Resident Evil 3. Now, whether that's Nemesis
Okay.
or what eventually was Code Veronica.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure if I had my history on Resident Evil right, after 2 was such a success and 1 was a success, they were trying to make a third one, but the third one was taking a really long time, and it would eventually become Code Veronica. So instead, at the same time, they put out a lot of assets that they had, and they made a sequel called Nemesis.
Right.
Which was a lot of the same elements, whereas Code Veronica went to Dreamcast.
Right.
And came out a little bit later. So I'd rather they remade Code Veronica, but that won't happen yet. So they'll probably do Nemesis based on the success of this, and it has been pretty successful.
Yeah, it's been, a lot of people reviewed it, given high marks, and it does have replayability, or?
Yeah, because you play as a staple of Resident Evil 1 and 2, where you played as one character and you could play as a completely different character. So you play as, in this one, either Leon
Right.
or Claire Redfield.
Right.
And if you play as Leon, you get different. You start at a different place. You have different interactions with people. You meet different people, and you can experience the story differently. And you can go back and then play as Claire and get the different side. And then, if you really want to go all out, how's this? You could take Claire's route as Leon. What? There's also the Ada Wong story. But if you don't know who Ada Wong is, that's a spoiler in and of itself.
Right. But it seems like it's doing well. And rather than being a sequel and being kind of like a whole, like, just remake of a game that's been out there already, I think that's a good thing. I mean, it, update the tech, and like maybe you could do a couple. Sounds like they did a couple more things that they couldn't do when it first came out. So more power to them. I hope they keep doing it. So speaking of other sequel games that came out, the latest edition of Kingdom Hearts franchise, Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes, I know. I know what you're mouthing to me, and I'm just like, no, we're not going to say that.
It's been in it's been in the works since like the start of time.
Yes.
It was a joke almost at a certain point where it was like Half-Life 3, Duke Nukem Forever, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Right.
Only this one came out.
Honestly, they kind of do that. I think Final Fantasy 15 was originally supposed to be Final Fantasy Versus 13.
Yes.
So Square is kind of famous for this kind of like promising something, but then it will come, but it will come really late.
And a lot different.
And maybe not as good, but it is as good.
This came out good.
Yeah.
It came out really darn good.
And honestly, I think that the concept should be a simple concept. But for some reason they want to put in a crazy amount of story. Like, I have no idea why. There's tons of history of the key masters and who were the masters and who were this and that and who's connected to who, and hey, there's a clone of this evil guy and blah blah blah, and oh, these guys fell asleep and these characters were in their dreams, and like all this crazy stuff. It's
Heart can live in a robot.
Yeah.
In a computer.
Yeah. It's so crazy. Like, some of the stuff that happens, I'm just like, I get why the Disney characters are there, but I don't get why these Final Fantasy characters are there.
If there was a skip the cutscene button, if there might be, actually. I'm going to hit it.
Yeah.
But the gameplay is so good, and the worlds are so fun to explore.
Right.
It's just, I mean, it's brilliant design. It looks amazing. It feels amazing to play. It's easy to, like, feel... It is... The closest I can explain it is it's God of War 3 combat.
Oh, wow.
Where it's you feel like you're doing insane things, but your button presses aren't that complicated.
Right.
It is not that hard to keep track of what's going on, and the boss battles are massive.
Right.
Like, I fought... This is a spoiler for the very first area.
Okay.
So it's not that big a spoiler.
Okay.
You fight 3 Titans on Olympus.
Oh, nice. From the movie Hercules, the Disney movie.
At the same time, 3. And you feel like it's not even that hard to do that. And there's crazy stuff, like you're in a pirate ship out of nowhere. Like, I don't even understand his abilities.
Yeah, there's things, instead of summoning like monsters and stuff,
you can still do that too.
Oh, yeah, but you can also summon Disney rides, like the Teacup ride.
Yep.
Or the Raging Rapids. Or
the Toy Story gun game.
Yeah.
Which is weird. It just shows up and you're on Olympus in a Toy Story ship, blasting away at a Titan.
Makes perfect.
I'm thinking Resident Evil now.
Makes perfect sense. But that's good. I mean, because honestly, if it was just like about like completing the story, I think it would be not as compelling as just how fun the game actually is. So it's good that maybe the story isn't there, but the gameplay is. And
Kingdom Hearts fans will tell you that the story's solid. I just don't understand it, and nobody in their right mind could.
Yeah.
Just saying, you crazy people.
Yeah. Square does that a lot. I mean, they really go for it, and when they go for like a story, it's never easy. It's always super complex for no reason, but they have their reasons, I'm sure. But so far, you're liking it?
I'm really liking it so far.
Okay. Well, you'll have to give us an update.
Yeah, it's going to take 100 hours, I'm sure.
Yeah. But definitely we'll have to hear more about it when we get further in. How many lands are you in now?
I am on my 2nd official land, but 3rd if you include the hub world.
The hub world?
So there's like a place...
Oh, yeah, so it's where all the characters meet.
Well, not really.
Okay.
It's kind of like you go back there in between missions, and there's stuff to do there.
Okay.
It's Traverse Town. If you played Kingdom Hearts, it's in like all of them.
Okay.
That I played. But that's not all of them, because there's games that you can only play on your cell phone in Japan.
Oh, the Kingdom Hearts game?
Like, for real. There's no way to get this whole story without like a guidebook, an encyclopedia, and like, you know, the Rosetta Stone.
Yeah. So...
Also, by the way, Gary Busey is Killer Croc.
Gary Busey?
Just based on that video where they make Gary Busey clips replaced by Wally Gator from the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Yes. Which is terrifying in its own right. But yeah, as we hear more stuff coming out, we'll update you guys. But anything else you want to say about Kingdom Hearts?
Just that it's really fun, and the plot's probably not going to ever matter, because it's the end of that particular arc.
Okay.
And then they're not done with Kingdom Hearts, so look forward to that on your PlayStation 17.
I'm sure.
When they're done in 2070.
Yeah, if they make a 4th one, I can't imagine.
Oh, they'll make it. It's money. And then, you know what you're thinking, right? Oh, I don't really want to get involved in that, but Tim, what if we put Star Wars in it?
Oh, that's true.
Because it's Disney.
And it could be even Marvel characters.
You're wearing a Captain America shirt.
Captain America show up
with Captain America and Goofy.
They could have a Marvel world.
They could have several.
Yeah.
Because this one has at least 2 Pixar worlds.
Okay.
And it has basically live action world. It has Pirates of the Caribbean in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It also has Big Hero 6 world.
Oh, it does have a Marvel connection. So right there, that's superheroes.
Neo Yokio, that's the name.
Neo Yokio. Yeah.
It was bugging me this whole time.
Okay.
Whereas it's San Francisco is the Big Hero 6 world.
Yeah.
Try and keep up with the lore.
Yeah.
Of Jaden Smith.
Alright.
If you're ever bored, read Jaden Smith's new slam poetry novella. I don't think any of that's true.
That kid is gold. He's comedic
He's
gold.
like the Shia LaBeouf of the future.
He is.
Only he's not an actual cannibal.
I haven't seen Shia LaBeouf in anything. Is he coming back anytime?
Probably not.
He's just wandering around out there, catching rides with strangers, watching all his movies in a row. But
eating all the bodies.
Yes. But so I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We'll definitely update you on all the other stuff. I'm sure there's going to be some more stuff we can talk about next week. I think the Lego movie, the second part, is coming out next week, I want to say.
I thought it was the end of the month, the end of February. Maybe it is.
I don't know. I think it's February 8th.
Oof.
Soon.
I'm excited.
It's like that. Shazam's coming. We're definitely going to review all that stuff. And I love those Lego movies. They're always good.
Next time I can tell you all about 14-year-old episodes of a television show.
Yes. About a chef on a reality show. He's just a mean man.
I don't know why I decided to watch it one day.
Yeah, you never know.
I never watch reality TV either.
Yeah. Sometimes there's good ones, though. Like, there's a few good shows that you're like, okay, I get why people watch this. But, we'll catch up on all the stuff, even the Chef Ramsay stuff. But
Chef Ramsay Bolton.
Yes, Ramsay Bolton. Oh man. Oh, jeez. All right.
It's a different show.
Much different. He only flays, eats everything raw, feeds it to his dogs.
He does.
He does. I would watch a Game of Thrones cooking show. I can't even imagine what it is.
There's a Fallout cookbook.
That's just weird.
It is super weird because none of the creatures in there are like real.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of silly. But we love silly stuff here.
They need to make back that 76 money.
Yeah. Oh, I saw a guy who had he had a Fallout tattoo, and I was just like, it's like, maybe that was the wrong decision, buddy.
Well, maybe Fallout 5 will be good.
Maybe.
Or Fallout Neo Yokio.
San Francisco.
Fallout San Francisco. Starring the Baymax.
Yes. I love it. It's definitely going to happen.
Baymax, but with Cogsworth voice from...
From Beauty and the Beast?
No, from Fallout 4.
Oh, okay.
He sounds just like, what's his name? John Cleese.
Oh, cool. Alright. I'll definitely... That's awesome.
Yeah. Mr. Judgy McJudgerson. Telling me that Raphael can't be Killer Croc, so it has to be Gary Busey? I get it.
Yes.
Lou Diamond Phillips is Slipknot, just saying.
Alright.
Not that I put any thought into this.
I think you're putting way too much thought into it.
Elizabeth Olsen as Enchantress.
Really?
Yeah, the eyebrows.
Does she have big eyebrows?
She did in something. I don't remember what it was. And then Octavia Spencer as Amanda Waller.
Okay.
Because I just want to see her angry instead of always crying. Why is she always crying? What is that?
Maybe she gets those roles.
Does she just get cast in movies where she cries?
I can't tell you.
I feel like somebody needs to take a deep dive in that. I feel tinfoil hats on, people. Find out the conspiracy as to why Octavia Spencer is always crying and getting nominated for awards.
Sure. No, she gets nominated for awards because she's good.
No, she gets nominated for awards because she cries.
And it's convincing. People love it. Pulls on those heartstrings. People want to feel stuff.
She's got big eyes.
People want to feel
just because
stuff.
She's got big eyes.
It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, man. Look at Bugs Bunny crying. He's got big eyes. If Bugs Bunny was a real person...
Yes, if Bugs Bunny, the cartoon rabbit, was a real person, go ahead, finish it.
With his giant eyes.
Him and Michael Jordan would make Space Jam 2.
Alita Battle Angel would get nominated for an Oscar if she cried.
Oh, that is
she
true.
cries in that trailer.
She does cry.
Nominated for an Oscar.
All right. Sure. That is so weird, seeing the, like... those eyes. It is such a weird thing. I'm just like, all right, everybody else is normal eyes. Why did you go this way?
She's a robot.
Yeah.
But all the other robots have normal eyes, huh?
I know. I was just like, if everybody had bigger eyes, all right, I'd totally buy into it. But she's the only one.
Maybe her model is based on Octavia Spencer.
Could be. Not at all. All right.
She just have really big eyes.
Sure.
You didn't notice that?
No. Maybe it's just you.
Maybe it is.
Yeah. But we'll catch you next week. As always, you can find me on @TimMartinek on the Instagrams. You can find our show on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes. Leave us a review.
YouTube.
And you can find Bob at...
I'm on the Twitter under Martin, MARTON _. That's what they call that little line.
Yes, they do.
Bob. And I'm on the Instagram under Bob Martin.
Yeah.
I'm throwing you off.
But, yeah, as I say, keep going out, creating, coming up with new stuff. Maybe you'll come up with your own Suicide Squad. I'm sure Bob's going to list...
Please give us your Suicide Squad list.
Yes, I would love to hear it. And just always hashtag it Precarious Pixels. So we'll catch you next week.
Paul Hogan for president.
Bye. To do a little redesigning with us, you can find Bob at Martin, MARTON _BOB on Twitter. And you can find me on Instagram at TimMartinek, all one word, TIMMARTINEC. And you can join in us, have some fun, do your redesigns for this week's redesign. It's a lot of fun for us to do this, but we like to see fresh ideas and fresh artists like doing what they do as well. You can also hashtag it Precarious Pixels and we'll find it as well.